This is Movies, a podcast about the act of Superman. Welcome back to Superman Month. And of course, I'm joined by the whole Legion gang, or whatever the fuck they called it. I am Mumkey Jones, joined as always by Hans Moleman.
Hello, super fans. We're here to talk about the super film, Superman 2025.
High energy for a fun, high energy film.
I just woke up from a nap like 15 minutes ago. I'm trying to
say that's the acerbic comeback we expect from Hans.
Well, Erich, how do we wake up Hans other than Aggies recover monster energy?
We throw a Max Lord corporate logo on him, and we tell him he's going to be saving the world.
I do feel like you are Guy Gardner coded as a character.
Why is that?
Mixed with Lex Luthor?
Because I'm handsome? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we have a picture
I have
of you.
nice hair. Good hair.
There's a photo that has gone around of you wearing a very bad bowl cut wig, much like Nathan Fillion in this movie.
Oh, I need to find that. Fuck. I wish you had prepped
The
me
Simple
before.
Jack wig.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Guys, I know you want to hear about
Simple
Superman.
Jack conventions.
People want to hear about Superman.
Yeah, it's only going to take me like 15
X.
minutes to get the picture, so you should guys just continue talking, I think.
Well, listen, Hans, don't go looking because I need to talk to you for a minute. Once again, I'm disappointed coming into this podcast. You know, I was listening to my favorite podcast, B-Bang, and there's Hans with his fake bowl cut. Does not match the Vincent bowl cut at all.
Hold on, hold that up. Keep that held up, Hans. There we go. Beautiful. Guy Gardner.
amazing.
You got the green shade on your face and everything.
Yeah, it's a good look when you're trying to have sex with strangers.
Well, basically, I think we, Lores and Aggie and me and maybe even Erich need to come up with a punishment for Hans. Because I was listening to B-Bang Live, and he had a dark confession that made me sick to my core and my soul.
Oh, no. I know exactly what you're talking about here.
Like, it's truly toxic. It's been burning me up inside since I heard it.
Yeah, what was
And
it?
it's a betrayal, not just to, us, very deeply and personally, but to the audience and all of our fans.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a betrayal. I think it just shows my skills as a podcaster that I can do multiple podcasts about movies that I haven't even seen. And
Hans-
Goddamn betrayal, Hans.
He admitted he did not watch Fred 2 or Fred 3. He read the Wikipedia summary and then intentionally derailed the podcast conversation to avoid being caught. And I think that it goes against the spirit of the show. It's about four friends watching complete dog shit and then commiserating about it for the pleasure of the audience. What is the point if you're not actually watching the dog shit? And we're going to be meeting in person in 5 weeks, and I think punishments are a must.
I'm
not doing
so
your
up
wheel.
for doing a live
no.
Fred viewing, Fred 2, Fred 3. We can rent the theater out for an extra couple of hours and watch those back to back with Mass State
Restore the
Library.
Fredverse.
Well, if the Brain Trust
Listen.
wants to percolate here some punishments, I have a few ideas myself.
I'm not eating your hair. I'm not eating your pubes. I'm not eating
No.
what the fuck
Listen.
you're thinking of.
There is a movie coming out. Listen
If
up.
I was to watch those movies not by myself, I think I'm fine. Just me in my lonely dark room watching fucking Fred being I'm sorry, I can't.
It's
I'm
90
sorry.
minutes of
That
torture, and then you
shotgun
come on
looking
here to
real
talk to
nice.
us.
Well, how does it make? How do you think I feel here? It's like, okay, well, we got to go back to the board of how many movies did Hans just pretend to watch. Now, I will say, I don't think this is the case for solo episodes where it's Hans, because that would be so difficult to be able to pivot away from whatever it is. However, if you listen to the Fountainhead episode, it sounds very questionable that he ever watched this movie. He gets an impassioned rant on that episode against James Gunn's Twitter history. But what does that have to do with Ayn Rand? What does that have to do with Howard Rourke and these buildings and the building he blows up? Nothing at all.
And there better not be any of that for this fantastic film today, Hans. I expect that you, just like me, watched and savored every second of the movie of the fucking year, Superman 2025.
Was that Erich speaking? That sounded like Erich.
No, not me.
But do you guys, should we just skip this? Do you guys want to come up with punishments for Hans and we can decide how to punish him? Because I think doing that twice for Fred is pretty egregious.
It was one episode. It
was
just
two
one
episodes.
It's 2 episodes.
It was 3 episodes.
Oh, it
Did
was-
you even
Well,
watch the first?
I
Fred?
watched the first one. Yeah, I did. Watch
Okay.
the first
So here's my idea. There's an upcoming Smurfs movie coming up that I will not see no matter what, but Aggie desperately does want to see. So if we force Hans and Aggie to watch it, and then the rest of us come on to talk about it, Aggie can quiz Hans and make sure he actually did see the full film.
I will agree to this if you guys are as good as me at talking about anything else during the episode that's not related to the movie.
Yeah, we can help
if you go-
derail.
hold on. Because if you go back to those episodes, it's not like I'm hiding. It's not like I'm not talking. I'm purposely driving the conversation at other places, fine, because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. But I'm not hiding. So if you guys don't hide, and if you're part of the conversation as well as I do, and at least those 2 that I didn't watch, then okay. But if you're not, and if you can't keep up, then I get to pick something to punish you with, because that's what will make it fair.
Well,
I
hold on,
think.
no. This is
wait,
how
wait,
this
wait,
works.
wait,
No,
wait,
it doesn't
wait,
turn into Hans suddenly gets double
hold
or
on.
nothing.
No, because if
It's not even double or nothing. It's double and you pay.
Yeah, because if I'm derailing the show, fine. If I'm like on purpose making the show worse by not watching these movies, perfect. But none of you fucking noticed that I didn't. None of you even had an idea that I didn't watch this movie. Just shows how good I am at this. So
Hans is
if you're
having
not-
his Lex Luthor plot reveal moment right now.
I'm
I
doing
hate
my-
Superman.
my
He actually
twist.
watches the movies.
Yeah, so I'm
Starts
down.
crying.
I'll watch Smurfs. What, Smurfs 7 or whatever? Which one is this? I'm sure there's
Smurfs
like
featuring Rihanna. Whoa, 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 what's my name? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Rihanna as Smurfette.
Will the Smurfs
I guess
movie
there's no
be
other
playing in
characters.
theaters while we're all together in person?
Jesus
Because in that case, I might make us all go see it.
It comes out this next, well, let's say Saturday, right? No, or is it Sunday?
It's not going
Yeah,
to still
it's
be
Sunday.
out a month
It's
after.
this week. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Well,
Yeah,
if
no.
it's successful, the AMC on Park Street has like 40 theaters inside of it, and they do keep movies in there for an extended period of time. It's entirely possible.
And you know that it would be just us in that theater, right? If we go see it.
So we could all give each other hand jobs and nobody would see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good plan. Erich, you live in the area. Are you coming to see the theatrical premiere of Mass State Lottery in New York City?
Oh man, I might make a trip up. That sounds awesome.
I'll send you a ticket.
Oh fuck yes. When is it? When's the premiere?
It is going to be August 27th in New York City. We're actually going to have 2
Shit.
events, and one is going to be in September, which I think could be a bigger one. I don't know. We'll see. But if anyone is interested, go to mslfilm.com,
Fuck
and we
yes.
have all the
Sounds
dates there.
cool.
Even though you've
Put it on
already
my
seen
calendar.
it and reviewed it, might as well go see
Well,
it again.
did I see the most recent version of it?
Technically, no.
Technically, no. So yeah, I need to see the.
What are the
actual
big changes?
theatrical.
That the killer is actually a different person in the end, and we spoiled nothing.
The killer's actually Kenny now. We did a last-minute plot change-up. There's more
MySpace.
Kenny. Yes.
There's a-
No, there's very minor differences, and I had to swap out one music track because I couldn't secure the licensing rights.
By minor difference, do you mean the subplot about your character with minors?
No,
You
that's
put
going to
that
be
back in?
extended cut.
Okay.
You shot a lot of extra.
Yeah, there's
extra
2 movies
boosts.
worth of movie in there.
There really was. So, unlike this Superman movie, which is so flimsy,
And I know Hans did actually watch this because right after he saw it, you guys posted a 2-hour straight out of the theater review because he was so pissed. But
It was- yes,
suspicious. Suspicious again, Hans, huh? Letterboxd is throwing you under the bus. If you click on Superman, it shows all your friends' ratings. Lores gave it 1 star. Hans, it says 2 stars. You click on it, it says only 1. I think somebody
Whoa.
changed his score.
Somebody
I did. So when
somebody
first
was
watched
chasing.
it-
He's
when I
copying
first watched
Lores!
it- No, when I first watched it, I think I gave it 2 right out of the theater. But then before we recorded the thing, I changed it because as I thought about it and made notes, I was like, I'm being too nice. I just started thinking about the other 1 stars that I've given. And I was like, it's only fair that if I didn't like anything about this, then I can do that. So
Okay, and I'm done picking on Hans now. Those are my only 2 grievances. Now I'm back to loving him more than the rest of you.
That's fair. But what is not fair, oh my goodness, liked nothing about this film? I don't even know how that's even possible. I can't even fathom it, to be honest.
Well, Erich, you're pro-Israel. Let's hear about the movie.
I'm pro Ukraine. But yeah, the movie is only 2 hours long. It's got that going for it. A lot of movies nowadays are 3.5 hours, and it's a long slog. This is a very, very breezy 2 hours.
This is like a Greg Turkington review, just talking about the runtime immediately.
My 1 star is right there, the running time.
Well, I expected a great debate because Erich gave this a 4 stars, so we got all these 1-star boys in the house. You know, I was a coward on the fence.
I think this is a big old piece of shit. I don't think there's anything really to grab hold to with this movie that I can say I would really love to see more of that. I can't wait for a sequel. I can't wait for something in the same universe as this. And I'm not a James Gunn hater. I like Peacemaker Season 1. I enjoyed The Suicide Squad. I gave that a positive review. And his earlier work, I have no issue with it all. But tonally speaking, I felt like this is wrong for Superman here. I feel like it's in the wrong hands. And the tone that's set within like the first 15 minutes is never shaken. In fact, it's extrapolated even more so. And I couldn't get on board with really any aspect of this movie except, and apologies to the people who were listening to this after the 2-hour review where we ran through every issue with the movie. We are going to be comparing this a little bit more maybe with the immediate predecessors, but with the exception of the casting of Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, I really did not like this movie.
You didn't like the casting of Hawk Girl, not to be confused with Hot Girl, like my girlfriend thought I said.
Hawk to
a Girl.
She was in this one?
You know,
that's Dora the Explorer, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's fucking Dora."
It was the same actress as Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
No, I didn't make that connection.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why she looked familiar. Am I right?
Well, yeah, and the thing is, she has like maybe 10 words of dialogue in the whole movie, the most underutilized character of them all, in a movie full of completely underutilized characters. I can't believe this is the same guy who did Guardians trilogy, where every single character feels like a real person and has a lot of stuff going on. Even Superman had nothing going on. Like, I feel like every character here was like James Gunn's C-tier material. Like, he ran out of good ideas in his first 4, or I guess 5 if you count Super or whatever that movie was, superhero movies. And I think he's repeating himself way too much. The idea of your biological parents are not your real parents. It's whoever raised you. You know, the whole Gandu or whatever from Guardians 2. Oh, I'm your daddy, whatever that line was. That's how this movie ends, is with him looking at the montage of his adopted parents instead. So I feel like he's just repeating themes that he's already done too many times. And there's nothing new here for me. Erich, am I wrong?
I think he's definitely reusing some things, but I think in this case it's like appropriate for the character. I think he's taken some big swings with the origin of the character, making the Jor-El and Lara L. Is it Lara L? Lara L? I don't know. Making them into like a bit more insidious figures, making them essentially like, yeah, you should go and have a super harem and fuck all these Earth women and continue our race.
Was that explained as like real, or was that just a trick that Lex was playing on them? Like, is that ever? I just realized that it wasn't clear to me.
I expected it to be walked back, but it's really not. So
it's never walked back.
I think
right?
we kind of have to take that as the established fact at this point.
Which is the exact plot of Guardians 2, is that Star-Lord, his dad is like a genocidal maniac, and he has to reject that in favor of this freakish pirate who raised him. But instead of freakish pirates, we have hillbillies living in Kansas who struggle to use technology, and they're extremely obese, and it's just a poor look.
I think they represent the average American very well. They raised Superman, and he finds out his parents, his birth parents, they sent this tape. They said, "Listen, Superman, they're not human. The Super Bible says that they are cattle to serve the Superman race, and as far as I'm concerned, we should lend money to them at high interest." And he goes, "No, I love the Jompurians, no." And
this world makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why would you ever move to Metropolis when every single kaiju attack happens here within like a week? Within 1 week, there's 5 different building toppling catastrophes. Why would you not live in Smallville where nothing ever happens?
Well, couldn't you make the same argument about New York City with all the subways?
If 9/11 happened 5 times a week, who the fuck would live there?
A lot of
How
Mexicans
cheap is
still.
the rent in the city?
Well, I think even if you did have like one 9/11 a month, I mean, I'd probably stay here. I don't know. It'd take a lot for me to move based off of something like that. I'd have to just run out of money, and then I would probably move.
The buildings were like dominoes. Like 20 of them collapsed.
When you look at the population of New York City and how it has like the same population as damn near some states have, and you say, 3,000 people. When you really start crunching the numbers, I mean, yeah, it's an inconvenience when your building falls over on you every now and then, but at the same time, it's got the hustle and bustle, and it's got avocado toast, and really, it's a beautiful place.
Does the movie want me to believe that they actually evacuated 6 million people safely?
Yes.
That little old lady with her turtle, they all got out safe?
Well, they make a point, right? That even when...
Oh my God!
Hey, Fred, welcome
Fred
back
is
to
back!
the show.
Oh,
The
goddamn.
Curse of Fred. Ever since you didn't watch those Fred movies, your voice turns to Fred abruptly during these shows.
That's what you fucking deserve.
I'm gay. Is this better? Am I
He says
still
that in
Fred?
his normal
No, that's
voice.
just
Okay, no, I'm just. They made a point to make sure the audience knew that regular people will never in danger, right? You have this whole explosion that happens inside of an office, and then Superman's like, everyone's okay, and they're like, yeah, and everything is on fire, but make sure that, no one's getting hurt. This is not Man of Steel. We're not just...
right.
destroying
It
buildings.
feels designed to appease the Zack Snyder haters to a point of stupidity, because you have things like that. You have things like the squirrel save. It's just everything that they complained about. These people who were obsessed with the dreariness of the Zack Snyder films and how that is antithetical to the character. It was all built on the back of those complaints.
I think it was strange that Lois Lane spent more time flying a spaceship than talking to her boyfriend, Superman.
She's really good at it. She's like Rey from Star Wars, right? She couldn't figure it out the first time, and then the second time she's landing in like 360 and shit. Like the last time at the end when they arrive and then the ship just goes like 360 and lands all perfectly, and she gets out. I was like, oh fuck, this is a fast learner. This Lois.
She's a
Lane.
reporter, and we know that reporters are the smartest, bravest heroes in America.
Yeah.
They stopped Watergate.
I thought you had to be like a smart black nerd to drive this ship, but no. All you need to do is just be a female reporter in Metropolis, and then you can just it's intuitive. Is what Mr. What's his name? I keep forgetting his fucking name.
Mr. Terrific.
Speaking
Mr.
of
Terrific.
copying, is his name Yondu from Guardians? He has the fucking magic whistle that makes the thing fly around. Mr. Terrific's action scene, I think it was a carbon copy paste from Guardians 2 when he's doing his whistle attack, and it takes out 30 henchmen with his flying little thing. It was like
he has a
when Disney
keyboard.
used to trace over like the dancing scenes from movie to movie. I think literally that happened.
He has a keyboard instead of a whistle, right? That's the difference.
Just whatever he's doing is the same thing. And what's really fucked up is that's like, it's a cool, fun action scene with this pop music playing. Literally, the scene directly before it is Lex Luthor shoots an innocent man point blank in the head, and Superman wails in horror and sadness, screaming, and then just sudden extreme tone shift to epic pop song. Black guy is epic and cool.
Has Lex Luthor ever point blank executed anyone in any of these movies before? I don't think he's ever done something so specific and terrible.
And he was hoping Russian roulette would last a few more rounds, and he was surprised that it ended after 2 shots. That was kind of funny in a dark, twisted way from the twisted mind of James Gunn only.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't really make any sense to me because, Lex Luthor is supposed to represent the absolute lion of Judah, the heart of Zionism as we know it in the Superman universe, but yet he's going to execute his greatest ally, an innocent Indian man. Now, this could have been a Bangladeshi man because I'm not, intelligent enough to know the difference. And I think Bangladeshi and Indian people don't like each other, so maybe it was
Could've been
correct, but I'm
Pakistani.
not sure.
If it was an Indian, Superman would have started like cheering when he got shot in the head. Yeah, get that stink out of here. My super nose can't take it.
Well, he wasn't he?
That's why he was
What
crying.
is the origin of the name Malik? Mali for short.
Mali, right?
Mali.
Is that Barack Obama's brother who hates him, Malik Obama?
Yes. So he was African.
Okay.
That settles it.
Just like Big Man Tyrone, my favorite kind of people.
It means noble, sublime, or excellency in Arabic.
You know what? No more negativity. It's Erich's positivity corner. Why is this a 4-star movie? And I'm not going to shit on your opinions, Erich. I believe in you.
Thank
You're my
you.
Superman.
I appreciate it being known beforehand that you're not going to shit on my opinions. Yeah, so I just thought that it's a nice change of pace from the Zack Snyder version of Superman that I also like. I go to bat for those movies. I think they're an interesting view into Superman, but I think I like that he's constantly up against a wall in this movie, that it's so easy to just say, oh, Superman, he's just invincible, he just goes and saves the day, and that's all that he has to worry about. But in this, he's having to consider the geopolitics of situations, which the Zack Snyder version also had. You had Batman versus Superman, the thing there. Can't remember what the deal was there. Something about bullets that were irradiated with kryptonite or something to make it seem like Superman was involved in their deaths. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a guy that goes, what the hey, when his dog is wrecking the Fortress of Solitude, and he's just a Kansas boy.
What is his character arc, though? Because I think with the Christopher Reeve, at least the original movie, the character arc of Clark Kent and Superman is pretty straightforward. And then more so with the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League arc. With this movie, I felt like, and this was my biggest problem, is because the character of Superman is so thin here, there's nothing that he really learns or comes around to by the end of the movie that does anything to evolve him as a hero. It's just kind of this, well, I was right all along about Jonapur.
About Israel, yeah.
Yes. No, Jonapur, not Israel.
Yeah, what are these made-up country names? They're terrible.
Bavaria?
These are actually from
Moravia.
Moravia, and
Arabia is
Jaipur.
Israel, and Jamanpur is Palestine, and that's what makes this movie so brilliant for me. You know what? I had to stand up and applaud numerous times.
Wait, hold on. What about Slavko, whatever his name is, makes you think that would be the Jewish guy?
Is that the big Jewish president guy?
BB.
I would like to quote myself, and while me and Jimmy were doing our viewing, I said, after having just recently watched House of Rothschild and the Jazz Singer, this is an indistinguishable Jewish representation. It might be the most Jewish man that I've seen anywhere besides those two films. Which, was interesting because they definitely could have wrapped it in something a little more, I guess I've been seeing it compared to a Russia-Ukraine conflict, even though, I don't know, it just didn't really feel that way for me. I don't think they really, as far as I can remember during my viewing, put anything forward to indicate that necessarily. But
Well, I think specifically it has to be Israel, because they were saying the United States is an ally to the invading country, and we're definitely not on Russia's side.
That's fair.
Okay, well, which one of the two wars that are going on right now has people coming at each other like they're in Game of Thrones, where they're going to battle and hit each other?
Yeah,
and
one
then-
side is
so you
armed
have-
with flags, and the other side has tanks.
Yeah. One, the one kid that has the flag, and it takes them the whole movie to get to him.
How about this? The people of Bavaria are a vague white Arab, and then the Jonapurian people are all brown. I think this is pretty self-explanatory here.
Is it refreshing to see not an anti-Semitic movie, other than maybe that president guy, but an anti-Zionist movie, huh? What other than Zone of Interest, when have we seen an anti-Zionist movie?
I got
The
Eastern
Golem?
European from that president guy. I really got, at best, Ukrainian
I thought he's like a
Or
Bernie Sanders almost.
Russia. You were thinking
close.
Bernie Sanders?
Yes.
Maybe related.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He just woke up, his hair just like all over the place.
His hair is just
yeah.
frazzled at all times.
Where's some Palestinian Jampurians to genocide? Where's some hospitals and orphanages in Jampur? Wherever that place is. Let's go get them right now.
Yeah, it's a propaganda poster. That's what he looks like.
Is Mass State Lottery an anti-Zionist film, low res?
Well, we know that Devlin's character is originally from Israel. That's why his accent is so confusing. He's just a man of the world.
And he is the hero of the film, so it's a pro-Zionist film.
Exactly. That's right. That's what I was really getting at.
Good movie. Hey, now that it officially has a release date in 2025, I updated my 2025 movie rankings, and it's number 1.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I can't believe it beats Superman.
There's no other 5-star movie yet this year. I'm waiting. It's over halfway done and still nothing.
You got to see Materialists.
I do want to see that. I think only the cam rip is still available, so I'm still waiting for the good one.
Somebody in our Discord said, "Hey, you should invite Kino on for Materialists." And then I opened my DM and I was like, maybe I should invite Kino on for Materialists and see if we can make this happen.
We just had him on for Cannibal Holocaust about a week ago, so he's around again.
Oh, welcome back, Kino. I was just listening to your Goodbye Uncle Tom episode today, and I can't believe that movie's like, that it was like a line drawn for you, Eggy. You really didn't like this Goodbye Uncle Tom movie.
Hey, what can I say? It was, I can understand being unsettled as a move from the directorial, angle to get you thinking. But yeah, I felt like it was the obscenity, and so it was refreshing to hear. Was that Roger Ebert Mr. Jimmy brought it up towards the end of the episode, I think, and it was almost right on point with my feelings about it. Like, that's just kind of where I am at this point in my life. Once upon a time, it's cartel videos 24/7. I'm betting on who wins, things like that. But nowadays, I just don't need all that extra obscenity to drive a point across. At least if there is that, I feel like it is not a benefit for me.
Oh no, it is definitely a questionable fit. Like the making of it is very questionable, to say the least. And there was some concern afterward about possessing the film when we originally reviewed it for our $100 tier on patreon.com/lowres.
Speaking of comedies, wasn't Uncle Jonathan Kent a big piece of shit in this movie? Wow, what a fat redneck piece of shit he was until the end of the movie, right? That's a great representation of
Uncle Kent.
Yeah, isn't that where you're from, Eggy? I mean, Eggy, Mumkey, Kansas.
Yeah,
right?
I'm from Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what everyone sounds like?
Is
like
Corn Sweat the best
horrible-
last name ever for a Superman? Like Corn Sweat, that's the most Midwest Kansas name I've ever heard.
I thought
He's
it was
from
Corn
Philadelphia,
Sweet.
baby.
It's Corn Sweet, right?
Oh, it's
I
not
thought that's
pronounced
what it
Corn
was.
Sweat.
Well, I guess that's more plantation-y than sweet, right?
He might have got the role just because of his name, but Nicholas Hoult wanted to be Superman, but got Lex, and I saw in your review, Hans, it was just straight up, I hate Nicholas Hoult, I hope he chokes to death and dies.
Yeah, something
Wow.
like that.
So how have
What do
you...
you have against Nicholas?
Yeah,
Hoult?
how have you arrived at this? Because I've seen a lot of Nicholas Hoult that was decent.
I'm just tired of his face. I'm just tired of how I never believe anything he says because he's just whiny. Like,
What a lovely day! You don't believe
you don't
that?
like Mad Max Fury Road?
Well, we're talking about a movie from 10 years ago. Sure, he was good 10 years. He was good in the X-Men.
Okay. All right.
Being Beast, right? He was Beast in that. That was good. But I watched Juror number 2, and he was a big whiny bitch in that movie that made me hate his character
I
so
liked
much.
that
was-
movie. How dare Hans is always shitting on this great Eastwood movie.
It's the same character as Lex Luthor. 100%. He does all the same things. His attitude is the same. He's just mean in this movie and nice in
Did
that
Juror
movie.
number 2 execute anyone?
Yeah, that's the plot of the
He
movie.
literally did. Yeah.
Well, no, it was
Well,
an
he ran somebody
execution.
over.
It was raining, and I think he hit somebody with his car. It's not his
Yeah,
fault.
that's a different.
I think Lex Luthor in this movie, he should have been a little more fruity. He should have popped the Jolly Rancher in, maybe get some grandma's sweet tea. good classic Lex Luthor moments from a good movie.
I really appreciate Eisenberg's performance now. In
Me
retrospect,
too.
that he was trying something so different and off the reservation there.
I legitimately
He
would rather
maximized
have
it.
that than what we got with this one.
I mean, it's not my ideal, to be clear. And I'm very favorable on the Zack Snyder films. I think Man of Steel is probably my personal favorite, maybe the best Superman movie. I would say nobody tops Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor. He is perfect.
I agree with that. I think
Lex
he's
Luthor.
he's so far and away the best part of that movie. That
Yes,
it's,
we got to watch it, I think, today or tomorrow for an episode we're going to be recording on it, and I'm not really looking forward to it. I remember it being an extremely dull movie, but he's great in it.
It's pretty terminally boring for a lot of the runtime, but whenever he's on screen, it's just like, oh yeah, he was a movie star. Like,
Well, that's the thing that I don't understand about the representation of Luthor, right? I thought he was supposed to be this brilliant genius that, sure, he's jealous of Superman, but not this type of childish jealousy, right?
Well, we've heard of Trump derangement syndrome. Is this the result of Elon derangement syndrome, where everybody has to be like an Elon if they're a billionaire?
I just think that if you're the smartest man in the world, I don't know if that's what he is. I'm not that familiar with the character, but I think he's supposed to be like super smart or whatever, right? He lost his hair because he was so smart. I'm kidding, but just like me. But his whole thing is that I've studied Superman so much that I know what his next move will be. And he's like, yeah, Superman's not a complicated fighter. He punches and he throws people into places. It's not like he's like, a karate master, or maybe I should have thought of a better martial arts. Than,
I mean, but that's his approach. Is he's got his own Superman clone in this movie that he's basically like loaded him up with fighting game moves to try to challenge Superman.
Yeah,
with.
did you like him
And,
yelling out the battle attacks? A1, 7C!
Yeah. I thought that was fun. That's exactly what I'd expect from a comic book. Yeah, like the character like yelling these like random things, and then another character is
At least it was
fighting the
something
shit out
new.
of him.
I'll give him that one. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that before.
I think my only gripe about that whole concept is why do we need like 30 different people with 30 different computers? I feel like that's just only going to cause more problems. You're bringing more variables into the equation that are like more likely to have a fault. Like what if I'm over here pressing 7C and you're over on the other side of me pressing 7B and then he punches himself in the face or something? Like it's like, no! Turns into Soy Jack and shoots you in the head like an Indian. No!
yeah.
Maybe they're like running the drones that are watching the fight and checking his vitals to see his next weak point and stuff. But it is funny to have just like a whole NASA layer of scientists to help you fight Superman.
Yeah, is it that James Gunn just doesn't know gaming? You could just get a kid that knows how to game, and he just.
What if it was Lex with the
character, right?
controller literally doing
Right.
it like a video game?
That would
I mean,
be
how
epic.
That would have been
how much
actually
di-
maybe better.
Is it that much different than what happens here, though? Like, it's kind of the same. You just
Yeah.
have 20. You just fed 10 more actors for no reason, and that's it.
Maybe it should have been
guess
Dance Dance Revolution with a mat on the ground, and he has to line it up correctly.
He beats
I don't
Elden
know.
Ring that way.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because then he would be stealing from that Anne Hathaway movie, right? With a monster that
Oh, The Devil Wears Prada? Yeah, she was terrifying in that movie. Meryl Streep? Yeah.
the
That
Meryl
monster?
I think one of my problems is maybe just I don't feel good about a young or age equivalent Lex Luthor to Superman. I know we got that on Smallville, and people really liked that version of the character. I think Michael Rosenbaum was fine for what that teen show was. But to me, Lex Luthor is always a middle-aged realtor, I feel like that's always going to be the most successful version of that character when you're pitting it against somebody who's young, vibrant, youthful, and supposed to be a beacon of goodness.
Yeah, and to plug that character into a direct metaphor for Israel-Palestine, where the implication here is the only solution to save these innocent children is literal superpowered beings who don't obey any government in the world will have to step in and do something. There's no equivalent to that in the real world, so it's like a false hope, because there's no Superman to come save these Palestinians in real life. They're all going to be wiped out by the time Trump's out of office.
Well, the hope is to inspire people to do better. That's for the most part what.
It's not
Superman's
working
entire
because
deal is.
overseas this movie's bombing harder than Pearl Harbor itself, Erich.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
people
is it?
overseas are not the people who can help in this situation. It's the United States citizenry.
No,
whose
I don't think
taxes are
Team
going
America,
to,
World Police is not the answer to
pay
Israel.
into
We need
the-
the whole world to recognize the one enemy of humanity.
That's right. It's like with 9/11, right? If you watch that Michael, what's his name? Michael Fatass. What's his name?
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore movie where he's like, oh, look at all these allies, and you have Costa Rica, and it's just a bunch of donkeys because we don't have an army. Yeah, that's the ally that's helping fight this war. That's a role there.
Well, there's a
Somebody
narrative
drafted.
that's unfolding right now about the box office of this movie where they're saying it's the highest opening of any Superman movie ever, but it's not. It's actually, Man of Steel beat it by a couple million because they're factoring in the previews from Thursday night, right, into the weekend total, which they're not doing with Man of Steel. If you include that, if you include the same amount of time, the same number of days, Man of Steel does beat it. So this movie, they've been very unclear about what the budget of it is, what the marketing budget would also be as well on top of that, and how much they need for it to be a success. It looks like it's off to a good start. I think it's the best opening of the year thus far for a film. But they've got a pretty big uphill battle if they're looking to make money on this thing.
Yeah, their problem is overseas for the most part. Is that it's like they can't count on China anymore. They can't count on.
It made something like
yeah.
$10 million in China.
Yeah, which is insane because something like Naja 2 makes like $2.2 billion, mostly from China. So like, yeah,
Well,
that audience is just not coming out.
I just think Americans need to realize that, and nobody gives a fuck about Superman around the world other than Americans. It's like, seriously, like I can tell you as a person that has never lived there. Well, I've lived there, but not, I'm not part of the culture as much as you guys because you live there. We don't give a shit about Superman. Superman is kind of boring. Superman has those ideals that we really can't connect with because.
Well, what makes you? You're Mexican, right, Hans? Why do you guys love Spider-Man but you hate Superman?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Better question, why do you like Goku and not Superman?
Because we grew up with that shit. Because at least me, when I was in elementary school, I used to run as much as I could run as a little fat boy to catch the last 15 minutes of Dragon Ball Z that they would air at 5:30. And that was everyone here. So our TV as teenagers, at least my generation, and maybe the one after, they would just play back-to-back Dragon Ball Z episodes after school. So that's what we would, have dinner with or watch after school. So I guess that's why all Mexicans are such, have like
Hans, who would win in a
candles.
fight? David Corrin Sweat's Superman or Justin Chatwin's Goku from the Dragon Ball Evolution?
I'm a defender of that movie. I'm the one person that probably has something nice to say about that movie in the world. Because not so much about the movie, it was most about my experience watching it that one time, which was that I didn't know. I mean, I knew what it was because I saw a trailer and I went to see it with 5 friends that had no idea what the movie was. They were just like, this is Dragon Ball, this is going to be great. And I had already seen the trailer. I knew that, he was in high school and shit. And then the whole movie, it was just me enjoying their reaction to everything that was happening more than what was going on. So I had a great time. It's like when I first saw Paranormal Activity 1, I was next to the loudest, biggest couple of black ladies that were watching the movie, and that was probably the best theater experience I've ever had.
Yeah, that'll probably do it, yeah.
So I haven't seen Dragon Ball Evolution since. I probably shouldn't because I have that, that good memory of it. I'm sure it's a piece of shit. But yeah, Justin Chatwin and his haircut and his high school diploma, I don't think we'll be able to. I don't know.
Is he weak in that movie? Because this Superman's a little bit weak comparatively. Could Goku not kick any ass in that movie?
I don't know.
He's doing very basic stuff in that movie, if I remember. It's like very basic.
He's not flying around and punching through
mountains.
mountains and shit.
He's definitely not flying around nearly as much as the show.
It's a lot of.
No, we lost Hans.
Hans, you destroyed your microphone. What was Piccolo's goal in that film?
Destroying the moon, maybe. I don't know.
He's waiting for Goku's son to be born so he can train him. I haven't seen that movie. Eggy, what were you going to say before Hans rudely interrupted you by freezing?
Well, I was going to say, maybe in the same vein of, growing up with something, I've never in my life, I think probably, as far as Superman, Batman, and these different films go, I haven't really watched them. I never read like the comic books. I didn't, when their cartoons would come on when I was growing up, it was all this like talking and like drama and stuff. And be like, boring. Where's that Ed and Eddie at? Trying to get this money, baby. Understand that?
Need those job breakers.
So with that being said, I've seen a lot of comparisons with the film and Man of Steel. I haven't seen Man of Steel. I don't know if I've really seen any.
I'll watch it with you sometime soon. I like it.
Snyder pill Eggy, I think.
Yeah. I think the last Superman movie that I saw that had like a man in it was probably The Dark Knight Rises, to be honest. So,
which man was in that? Masquetta Man?
I guess technically Batman's in Joker, technically, or, in the child version, or was that Joker too? Whichever one that he's in.
It was Joker, yeah.
Okay, Erich, let's name off characters from The Dark Knight Rises. There's Wreckage Brother, Masquetta Man. Who else is in there?
CIA.
CIA. I'm CIA.
Dr. Pavel, that's right.
Dr. Pavel, I'm CIA. He wasn't alone. Let's see. If I pulled that off, would you die?
Be extremely painful for you.
You're a big guy, etc.
So without me having the historical context and me viewing this film almost exclusively as like a loosely Superman-esque anti-Zionist protest picture, I think that influences why maybe I find it to be slightly more agreeable than somebody who actually like enjoys this material, like the base material, the universe, the history, and so on with it.
Back to the box office real quick. Me and Erich have a bet going, and I want you guys to join in. It's a $3 bet on the final box office of Superman. We're doing over under $700,000, and I'm saying it's going to be
wait. You can't say $1,000 because then I will win. I've actually already won.
$700,000. You already lost.
I was doing it in what was that country with the super inflation? Zimbabwe. I was doing it in their money.
Right.
So you just need 1 cent to win. But do you guys think it'll be over or under 700 million?
Oh man. Well, the top grossing one is Batman v Superman, right? And that's 900
which
million.
Which is just over $1 billion, I think.
Oh, okay.
Slightly under.
Batman v Superman. I thought that was 858 tops. That was no $1 billion movie. No way.
Let me check.
No, you're right. 874.
Fact checking.
That's right.
Yep.
But adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh man, I think it's actually gonna be really close. It's gonna be right on the line. It's gonna be between like 680 and 750. I bet where it lands.
Well, what was
it? Might even be less than that. It might be more like 630, 650 at most. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the biggest superhero movie recently? Like the one that's made the most money?
No Way Home, I guess. Is what I have to guess.
Was the last $1 billion movie?
That's $2 billion.
Oh my god!
That's actually
4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 years ago, but
isn't this movie tracking below Captain America 4, Black Cap?
No, it can't. It can't track below that. That was only $400 million.
Yeah,
no,
that's my
that
point.
Made $400 million. Okay, so you're saying under $400 million?
No, I'm just saying it's tracking the same as a movie that did dog shit and Fantastic Four is coming out in a week.
Oh, ooh, yeah, no, I think it's gonna be under 700 million. Also, Deadpool and Wolverine was the last. Big
the last one that broke $1 billion. Yeah.
I think there's too much competition. There's this Jurassic World movie's already eating its lunch too much. It's just
What's
a bad
crazy
time.
is David Zaslav and the team over there are already taking their celebratory lap around, congratulating themselves, patting themselves on the back for it being such a success. And they're talking about we're green-lighting a Mr. Terrific show, a Jimmy Olsen show. We got Supergirl coming out next year. We're going to be doing Batman the Brave and the Bold with a brand new Batman. Clayface is ready to go. So they're speaking as if this is a sure bet. And I would assume that these people have an understanding of how the box office works and how these movies work, where maybe they have like 25 to 55% of a more accurate idea of what's to come than we do based off of these tracking numbers, right? But they've done this before. And so I feel very skeptical. I feel like, all right, Supergirl is going to be a given. They're not going to pull Batgirl shit with that movie where they're gonna make it a tax write-off. I feel like there's too much momentum at the moment, but I think this movie's gonna fall flat within a week or two, and then the narrative is gonna shift.
Yeah, I think we'll see what it looks like 2 or 3 weeks from now and see, whether it's got the same positive word of mouth going for it. They should not put it on HBO Max immediately because they keep doing that. Like, let things stay in theaters. Let people watch the movie the way it was supposed to be seen, even if you don't like it. Like,
that's my attitude about Smurfs.
Exist as the purpose to be open.
Well, I mean, you're joking, Monkey, but I'm sure.
No, I
that
want us
some
to
of
see
it-
Smurfs together in theaters, Hans.
No. But what I mean is like, you're mentioning that movie as a joke, but I'm sure some of the audience that wants to go to Superman or take their kids to Superman are gonna take them to Smurfs instead.
I think most
So
parents would rather have Smurfs go straight to streaming and save $80 than the nightmare of taking a fucking brat to the movie theater.
I mean, that is part of the problem, is that stuff is so expensive nowadays that if
Yeah.
you go to a theater one weekend, you're probably not going to go to the theater the very next weekend. So anybody who was going to see the Jurassic World movie with kids is not going to turn around the very next weekend and be like, oh, let's drop another $200 to see another movie the very next weekend. That's where you might be right about Fantastic Four, where there will be enough time between those two movies that people will be like, okay, yeah, let's go see that now that,
And you have
you
have the I Know What You Did Last Summer remake, which was gonna bomb horribly, I'm sure, but I'm sure
I'm
some
going
of
to
that
see that.
audience.
I hope not. I thought that movie looked good, to be honest with you.
we're
seen those
gonna
movies, so
we're getting Eddington, right? That's in July too.
that'll be us.
Am I the
That'll
only
not
one
do very well.
excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure you are.
The
I
movie
am
could
way
be
more excited
100%
for I Know What You
against
Did
my
Last Summer.
politics. I bet I'll still like it just because I like the writing of the author and I like
Honestly, it's not
Phoenix.
even just like the presumed politics of it. It's just COVID being extrapolated as a plot point, as a backdrop for this movie is very unappealing.
I think he's the only director with the balls to make a movie about it. Who else is doing that?
I was like,
Eugene
I watched
Cutler
Bo's
Rankin just
Afraid.
did it.
I know what kind of movies he makes.
He's fearless, unlike Bo. He's fearless. He'll make the
I don't
COVID
know
movie.
I don't know if it's balls, making a COVID movie. It just sounds like a bad decision, even if you have balls or not.
I don't like
so
the
I know
position that we're all supposed to just get over it and forget about it and not talk about it anymore. It's very defeatist. Like, who cares that Fauci got away with all that shit? Yeah, just get over it. Don't think about it anymore.
I agree with that. However, for somebody like Ari Aster to then, which you can assume the position he's going to take with the movie, maybe I'm wrong about that. I think Bo's Afraid. You could read that movie in several different ways. I just think it's like, I don't know. It's just personally off-putting to me. But I haven't seen the movie. Maybe my mind will change.
I've heard
on
it described as a Western, which is interesting to me, just because
A
I feel
modern day
like-
Western.
Yeah, putting that in a modern perspective is intriguing, I guess you could say.
It's about personal freedom. It's a perfect Western story. I want to
And
see
then you
Joaquin
have,
Phoenix fight for the right for his daughter to go to the local park or whatever the fuck is going to happen.
And then you have Together at the end of the month, which is this year's Long Legs, right?
Never heard of that. What is that?
It's the Dave Franco horror movie that horror movie fans on the internet are going crazy about because it's like the new, oh, this movie made me throw up in the theater. That's the one from this year.
I think Weapons is going to be that, honestly. That's the new Zach Kreger movie who did a Barbarian. So
When's
Yeah,
that one? Oh, but that's August 8th. Yeah, that might.
I think
feed
he
into
peaked
it
with
too,
Miss
yeah.
March. I saw that in theaters, I believe, also on my birthday, which, hey, shout out. 30th birthday today, boys. How are the 30s so far? Give me some advice here.
the dirty 30s.
The dirty 30s. Hans,
Well,
you're almost
alright.
40,
somebody
right?
approaching 40. Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
you've been through it already.
Yeah, how do I survive
Yeah.
my 30s, Hans?
The same. It's just the fucking same.
The
It's the
same.
same.
Just keep watching
as your
shitty
20s.
superhero movies and reviewing them on a
Yeah.
podcast until you're 50.
I mean, do you want to have children?
No.
Then it's the same thing. It's gonna be the same shit.
Shave your head, Bumpy. You're gonna go exactly. You should go Hans
My
mode.
secret is I'm going to show up to meet Hans completely bald, and he's not going to know what's
Oh
going on.
man,
We should all shave our heads to meet. Just
I get my own mini-me. You know how awesome it would
I should be Hans's mini-me. I was going to ask Lorez, I mean, I don't want to dedicate a lot of time to filming something seriously, but if we wanted to make like a 1-minute shitpost short while we're all in the same city, I'm not going to shave my head to be Hans's mini-me, but we could maybe think of something dumb to film.
Oh, yeah, no. Hans is going to be around for about 8 or 9 days, and we were already planning. I won't say too much on mic, but where we're going to be crashing is going to be visually, I think, pretty memorable. So, no, there's definitely going to be room for doing something like that. I do think the vibe of this go around, since it's mainly just for the screenings, is going to be a little lighter, a little more fun, a little more carefree. But we were definitely thinking about, okay, we got to soak up this opportunity to shoot something.
And I don't know if Hans is staying in the neighborhood you told me about, but me and Aggi's lodging didn't work out, so we did get a place in the same neighborhood that Hans is evidently going to be in. So maybe we'll all be closer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's not talk about that on air
yeah.
in case we got people who want to show up. But yeah.
That's why I didn't say the name of it. And also, I've never been to Boston, and I love food. If there's any restaurants you guys want to take us to, and Hans is paying, I heard.
Hans is paying, definitely. He just got a raise at his job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they raised it 20 cents to my hourly rate. It's great.
Whoa!
I know, it's a total of $50.
Sadly, it's a large percentage.
Yearly?
Oh, dude, it's all the motivation that I need to keep doing a
That'll
great
buy you a
job.
shot of whiskey on the plane.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Hey, I had a pizza last month, and my job paid for it. Great.
What's the best Boston food that I can expect, low res?
Oh, okay. Do you like Mexican food?
Not particularly.
No? All right.
I like seafood.
You want to go to Boston to get some Mexican food? Hey, let's go get some Boston
honestly,
pizza.
the best restaurant I know off the top of my head anyway in Boston is a Mexican food spot. For seafood, I don't really eat seafood, so I don't have any recommendations.
We'll find something that all four of us can enjoy.
What about the
sucks.
Chinese place that we went to? That was good, right?
I love Chinese.
That was good, but it wasn't like anything, special.
What about
It's
sushi?
It's a chain place.
You big on sushi?
Sushi? I don't mind sushi. New York is way better for sushi. I wouldn't eat Boston sushi, personally speaking.
Does Beantown have good beans, or is that Chicago? Which one's Beantown?
Beantown is Boston.
Even though Chicago has
Mexico's-
the giant bean. What's the deal?
True.
Mexico's Beantown.
That's why the Mexican food is so good in Boston, because it's Beantown.
Yes, that's right.
I think that probably the best experience you can get in Boston when it comes to like real food from there is just go to a pub and have the clam chowder that I had that time. That shit
I
was
thought you were
good.
going to say
I love
Dunkin'
clam
Donuts.
chowder.
Boston should make a gigantic mural of like a Chicago-style pizza, since Chicago has the bean.
The bean.
Like,
That's right.
you gotta steal something from Chicago.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's a great idea. They put up some horrible monument around 2020 to honor like black people, I guess, and it's just like two arms folded together like a rapper.
It's so
was it-
disgusting. It's
The one that looks
I
like a
could barely
turd?
tell what
It's
it is.
yeah, it's ugly as hell. I hope it. Maybe it's torn down now. This is my personal wish.
Trump tore it
Well,
down.
I mean,
you prefer
we should get the
the-
black community together to tear it down.
Yes.
That would
Well,
be nice.
I was about to say, do you prefer that statue? It looks like a turd, it looks like the infinite sign in a turd, right?
Yeah,
Or
right.
or do you prefer the sassy black lady that's in Times Square, judging everyone? Which one of the two statues?
Oh,
do you prefer?
I would take the sassy black lady any day, because at least you can visually recognize what that is. And it's not like, oh, they put a big dog shit in
With the arms, if you're not at the exact angle in which it makes sense, it makes no sense at all. And anywhere else, it just doesn't make any sense. It's hilarious.
Yeah, at least that statue reminds you that you have to feel guilty about being a white man when you leave your house every day. So I guess it's a good reminder of that.
I was going to tap in real quick with my friends from Reddit.com. They're telling, what's the must-see Boston cuisine. And there's many tossings in for Galleria Umberto for your Italian needs. They're all saying it's all coming together as a
Well, keep in mind, we
spot.
have something I like to call a Hans budget. So that sounds a little bit fancy.
Yes.
If we have, maybe more of a 2-star offering with delicious local cuisine.
You can have anything that $50 can buy for 5 people.
Let's just say that I'm really happy that we're going to spend most of the time in Boston and not New York, because God damn.
They don't have a dollar slice anymore?
It's like $5 now.
It's like
right?
$3 or $4 now.
Yeah.
We went out for dollar slices right before Ralph the Movie Maker's premiere, didn't we? And it wound up being like $1.50 a piece.
And it's only cheese at this point.
I think, Hans, you got mushroom or something. You had to play it safer, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the pesto goat cheese one. That was pretty good. Was it only at $1.50?
Yeah, it was the one around the corner. We were like, do we want to go out to eat? Do we have enough time to do that? Probably not. Let's get a dollar slice. And it turned out to be like $3 total, something like that. I don't know. It was pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
As part of Hans's punishment, should we make him watch an episode of Big Brother on that Sunday while we're all together?
I'm game for that.
I don't mind. That's not much of a
I
mean,
well,
yes.
never mind if Hans wants to do it.
Fuck!
Hans, what the fuck are you doing?
Fuck!
Speaking of which, Low-Res, 1 hour from now, a new episode. Are you going to be there?
I'm watching it. I don't mind this cast, and I'm of the opposite opinion of you in having Rachel in there. Anybody who's remotely old school, who thrives on drama, I'm for them being on the show. I think she'll probably be a crash and burn situation, but if she could try and inspire these people to be a little more entertaining or a little more volatile, I'm all for it.
Well, my prediction will age badly literally within 1 hour, but I'm going to make it anyway. I think the reason why there were no live feeds these first 3 or 4 days is because Rachel is going to be killed in tonight's episode, and she made a deal. I do not want to be on live feeds and potentially get canceled for being a normal human being, so just have me die, and I'll be the twist, die in episode 2.
I really hope that's not the case. God, that would be really a waste. I mean, it's strange that they would throw one winner,
against all newbies. It's unprecedented. Like, it's been one winner against all newbies, and I think it's retarded and pointless because they have nothing to prove. Why would I want to watch that?
They didn't give her immunity like they gave Paul immunity or Jesse immunity back in the day. So there's something funny going on there, but it could just be CBS and the Big Brother producers being like, Traitors and Peacock shows and House of Villains have just been like milking all of our great cast members. Maybe we got to do something. Maybe we got to give some concession in that direction because people are showing up for that. They're excited about those shows. I don't know.
But why not bring up a runner-up who's never won, who's hungry for it? What does Rachel have left to do in the game?
How does that person not get voted off immediately?
Because when it's one vet against all newbies, they form a cult of all their fans, and then it's impossible to get them out. And it's impossible to watch as well. It's some of the worst seasons of Survivor and Big Brother.
That's a shame.
So I'm hoping they get Rachel the fuck out of there. What's that, Hans?
You have a soldier? A veteran in there?
Oh, a Big Brother vet, which might give you worse PTSD.
They should have brought back Jerry from Big Brother 10. He's a Vietnam
He's still
veteran.
kicking.
He's like 95 now.
And he's buff as fuck. Dan Giesling posted a new photo of him. He's still buff.
Dan, does he wake up screaming in the night saying racial epithets?
He says, "You'll always be Judas to me." That was his catchphrase in the house.
Yeah, his voice sounded so painful. And it turned out he had throat cancer, which makes perfect sense.
So the JFK death rattle?
Yeah, probably.
Hans, me and Eggy were talking about this on our One Piece podcast today, but is there anybody in the world who, if you heard that they got cancer, you'd be happy and like do a little dance?
Is there anybody?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
not one person. Like not even like a political enemy in the world, like, Netanyahu or somebody, or Putin. You wouldn't care?
Brian Johnson, that crazy guy who's fucking trying to live forever.
Or like Low-Res.
That would be funny.
Oh, no, I like Putin. He's cool. No, I mean,
so you passed the test, and you're a better person than us because we could both name lots of people we'd be happy to see get cancer.
Yeah, Peter Thiel.
I think I don't know. I don't spend my time thinking about people doing bad. I spend.
That's all I think about.
I spend my time thinking about how people can do good in the world.
He's just like Superman. He's punk rock. He's punk rock. Seeing the beauty in people is the new punk rock,
Yeah,
folks.
positivity is the new punk rock. Everybody.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Gay as hell.
Like Joey Ramone over here with my positivity. Died of brain cancer or something. What did he die of?
Ass cancer.
Something horrible. Oh, right. Yeah.
Fucked
that's
to death.
Probably where I'm going. Yeah, no, Eggy. Eggy, Mumkey. I don't think about. Eggy too, just in
Let's
case
bring
you
Eggy
thought.
into this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need a bodyguard.
Okay, give me a top 5 people that you wish got cancer right now. Go.
I'm looking at them. All 5 people in this call.
Well, I'll take the easy route here. Obviously, Peter Thiel was a good one. I wouldn't think of off the top of my head. I don't want my DNA being scanned into the Palantir surveillance systems. I've already got too much of that going on as it is. Yeah, we'll say Netanyahu. He's pretty easy. The Soros family, just all of them. I think that's probably 5 between all of them right there. And hopefully it's really aggressive and fast acting. And Peter Thiel's downloading some kind of horrible disease into my DNA right now through the 5G satellites for saying that, but it is what it is.
Anthony Fauci, if the rumors are true.
What are the rumors?
He's gay.
He knew about COVID long before and was lying about it for a long time to cover up his involvement. Yeah.
He did horrible things to dogs, and I'm not the kind that you might be thinking of. I'm just saying.
Well, cancer, you say cancer. Cancer is not a death sentence. You could beat cancer. If you're rich enough, you can kind of beat cancer. Yeah. So it's just an inconvenience. It's like getting stuck in traffic.
You're just glad that somebody's going to do chemo, and lose their hair.
You got to really wish it on somebody who you hate, who's poor, who's lower class.
Who can't buy their way out of it? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't hate any poor people that much. It's mostly the billionaire class. What about a death note, Hans? Instead of cancer, you can just write somebody's name and they fucking die 40 seconds later. Would you ever use that?
Oh, yeah. I just wouldn't tell anyone about it.
So, interesting. You would not be happy about anybody getting cancer, but there are people you would kill.
I think writing into a notebook and something might happen to them takes me away from the responsibility of the horror of what's going to happen to them enough for me to not care. So that's
horrible.
You don't have to watch them wither into straw.
Yeah, so that's probably the way. I don't want to see
I didn't shoot that guy. I just pulled this trigger. The gun shot him. I have no responsibility.
Well, you might get splatter, right? If I'm just drawing into a little notebook, if I'm drawing what happens to him in the notebook, that's fine.
So can we get some names then? Who are the top 5 Death Note victims as soon as you get the notebook? Because you made us name cancer victims, so that's more fucked up.
James Gunn, Sean Gunn.
Jeez.
Like going after both guns just so the other doesn't like.
The movie was that bad?
Just in case, get that lineage off.
He's the ultimate Snyder fan. His first victim.
No. Snyder goes too. That's number 3. We're getting rid of everyone here.
Kevin Feige, Kathleen Kennedy. Get them all out. Spielberg can end on the Fablemans.
I don't know. It's difficult for me to think about this stuff, Eggy. Eggy. Why do I keep calling you Eggy?
Because we're talking about mass murder, probably.
Oh, probably. That's really annoying. Let's see. The neighbor that plays reggaeton music when I'm working every morning. Yeah. He would be one.
Well, you need to know his full name to do it.
Let's see, who else? Any old person that doesn't know how to navigate a supermarket and gets stuck in the middle of the aisle and won't move. All of them. Every one of them.
Let's see. People who are walking really slow on the street.
Yeah. Every old person that takes advantage of the fact that they're old by using their ID and they can cut in line. All of them. I'll say every single one of them. I hate them.
You know how it's kind of like
inconvenienced by just regular people. I don't have like a specific person. It's just like, who was annoying to me yesterday?
You don't have a master plan to fix the world.
Slight inconveniences to Hans. Yeah. You just walking through a supermarket and like every old or like ignorant person is just dropping dead instantly.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, oh, you're being rude to the person that's serving ice cream. What's your name? There you go. Yeah, it doesn't go that deep. It's like whatever's inconvenienced me at the time. Yeah, it'll be more, if it's not a notebook, if it was like an app or something. Maybe that's the movie. We have to make the notebook. Note. I can't even say it.
Superman versus Death Note.
Yeah.
Death Notes app.
Death Note. That's the thing. Yeah. So that's what we're doing, right? I'm sure there's.
That's what we're filming in August. You just gave it away.
Yeah.
Our 1 minute
sure that's
Death
a
Note
thing, right?
Smosh parody.
Isn't there? I'm sure there's movies where that nap kills people.
There's like a Black Mirror episode kind of similar to that, I think.
Yeah, but it turns you gay, and then you just want to make love to your friend that you play video games with.
Yeah, we were thinking we should do some sort of gay thing with Hans.
Oh, all right.
Your list of ideas, and it's all just gay Hans.
It would match
Your
his filmography
punishment
so
is-
far.
Yeah, what is my punishment from? I'll go gay like Fred and take dick up my ass just for not watching the
His punishment is he has to kiss a woman in the movie, and he's like vomiting.
Yeah. I don't know.
The same effect as smoking a cigarette. He's just dry heaving for an hour afterward.
Can't recover, just sweating. Yeah.
I don't think we could find a woman in America to kiss Hans on camera, could we? Not that there's anything against him, but do we have any female friends? I don't think it's possible.
You guys want to bring
Just
a
find somebody
female
on the
friend to
street.
kiss Hans?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're the wrong guys to find somebody for that. We have to do either gay movies or no romance at all.
You could also pay the actor. I mean,
That's not happening. I paid enough to fucking show up.
shit.
This flight was like $110. Okay, I'm broke now.
Well, is there a female in this audience that? Oh, I don't know if I want to be.
If you live in
You
Boston
wanna
and
put
you
that
want to
call
make
out
out
there?
with Hans, let us know.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hans is 38, single, coming to America, and he's ready. Let's get some babies.
Don't show
American
up,
child.
please. No, that's awkward. Don't do that. Don't do
I don't
that
know.
to me.
I don't know that they're going to be American citizens anymore. They're born in the United States.
Well, I can guarantee from my
At the table.
YouTube demographics, there are 0 women listening to this podcast, so no worries on my end. I'm more worried about your audience.
Are you? What about us, Lores? What?
I don't know if I
percentage?
actually believe that, Mumpke, because after we started doing crossover shows with you, I did notice an uptick in female listeners
Oh, man.
for
All
this
trans.
podcast. So that's not
trans,
all
trans,
yeah.
trans, and trans. All of them. You can
Uh-oh.
tell Google that you're anything you want. They don't check. They don't check
well,
your
this
genitals.
is very educational. I guess we have an all-trans audience. If you want to meet Hans in person, go to mslfilm.com and pay $25 to $50 on tickets. And maybe, Hans, where are you going to take the female...
Yeah, you guys should do a
member.
kissing booth at the meet and
Hans
greet.
kissing?
Yeah, and Kenny too, and see who gets more money in their jar. That's brilliant. Side by side.
That's what we're going to shoot. That's what we got to shoot.
Yeah, it's a great idea in an audience of all men.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hans in the
It's just-
AMAB kissing booth.
I think
Yeah,
that you
Oh,
still would
man.
both you're gonna get participants still, so I think you're gonna be earning that money even more than you normally would be. There's
Yeah,
gonna be a
be
lot
so-
of Bostonian and New York, really a lot of New England men just lining up and be like, "Hey Hans, how you doing?"
Yeah, I don't know if I would be sadder that I won or that I lost. You know? I don't know
This
which-
the winner pays for dinner.
This is what he gets for not watching Fred. He has to do a gay kissing booth at the movie premiere, and all the proceeds go straight to Lores.
I thought it was just watching Big Brother. What happened? I don't like how this has evolved into physical interaction with.
It was watching Big Brother. Now you're gonna have a line full of Big Brothers. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Erich said he was coming.
Yeah.
You guys are both like 6'8", so it'd be a good
Well,
kissing
fuck,
match.
let's
Well, can we make it at least like $50, $20, so that it's worth it, so that I can at least.
The money's
you know,
going to Lores.
Every kissing booth is what, like a nickel, right?
Yeah.
You pay a nickel, you kiss the
Yeah, we're
kissing
not in
booth
this-
person.
We're not a Snoopy cartoon. I'm sorry.
cheap
This is not
whore.
I was gonna say
1945.
psychiatric advice.
Why, you thought they were doing kissing booths in Charlie Brown?
Yeah, isn't that what that is?
No.
When she changes the sign to hand jobs for.
Whoa!
What
Maybe-
Peanuts cartoons were you watching?
It's called penis.
Linus says do it under
yeah.
the blanket.
Yeah, let's not do that. I don't think.
Well, if you have any ideas of how we should punish Hans in person, and I will be bringing my whole camera setup, so we're gonna film something with him. Let us know in the comments. Any other plans we should make now while we're here, Lores?
Oh, plans? Oh, man.
Big
That's
Rocky and
put me on the
Bullwinkle
spot
review
here.
coming up.
Yeah, I know. That one's still the shadow of that is still haunting me.
Every single person is excited to watch that, but you. You're the real Hans of this one. You're gonna read the
This is
wiki
the
on that
live
one,
action
huh?
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Hell yeah.
Robert De Niro.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Moose and Squirrel.
Yeah, you talking to me, Moose? That's a good line.
He does do that in the movie. He does.
Is that a squirrel? Oh, talking to me? Squirrel?
It's a good ass movie. Keenan and Kel show up as themselves to help him on the road trip. It's beautiful.
Well, from the same writer as Manchester by the Sea. How could I say
Wait,
no?
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
based
real,
in
holy
Boston,
shit.
isn't it?
2 4-star movies, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Manchester.
I think we're just gonna end up watching Rocky and Bullwinkle in Boston, right? That's what we're doing.
I'd be fine with that. Probably cheaper than
too.
going to some museum or something.
Yeah. I'm bringing my laptop so I can get it on the hotel Wi-Fi or whatever and load
Yeah,
it up.
bring the HDMI and plug it into the hotel TV.
I'm sorry. A museum? Is that really what you? Is that really
I'm trying to
where you
figure
thought
out
we were
what.
taking you?
I think like Boston. What is there to do? Fucking museums of art. Evidently Mexican food, which no thank you. And what, getting like molested on the subway? Like what else is there to even do?
Is there some kind of memorial where Mark Wahlberg beat up that Vietnamese person?
Yeah, we need a group photo taking a selfie of that one.
That's actually, honestly, Mumkey, right by where you were originally staying is like prime Wahlberg territory.
There's a Wahlburgers there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we gotta take a picture covering our eye, right? Like they do with the AIDS pictures in New York.
I'm not Vietnamese.
Neither am I. So what? It's fine.
Uh,
You didn't know.
Marky Mark wouldn't attack me for sure. I can promise you that.
He also would have stopped 9/11.
Erich, any final thoughts to save Superman and say, hey, no, it's the best movie ever made?
I liked the movie. I think the point that Low Res made earlier it's a good point because Superman doesn't change in this movie. He pretty much is proven to be right, but it's more about inspiring others to do what Superman wants to do than anything else.
I think he's given the option of fulfilling his birth parents' request of, hey, start the harem and rule over these people, and he really has to go out of his way to reject that in the face of everybody rejecting him and throwing cups at his head. He could easily go full Homelander in that situation, but he doesn't. He stays the Kansas good old farm boy. So in a way, choosing not to change is his arc.
Yeah. It's more about remaining true to yourself and the parents he was raised by. But yeah.
I mean, that would be great if we got some sense that he actually cared about his birth parents besides occasionally watching that one home movie they left, which was so cheap looking as well. It was like you had Bradley Cooper show up to the WB lot for a day, and this is the best thing you could cobble together.
And
I don't know. It felt unearned.
I think it was very poorly written exposition, too, because when we first see this video, the robots are explaining it to Superman like he hasn't seen it 100 fucking times.
Yeah.
Here's the video of your parents, and it got all corrupted halfway through. No shit, Mr. Robot. I've been here before.
I didn't see Rami
Watching it
Malek
for
in
30
there.
years.
Yeah, Rami Malek. What'd you guys think of the chick from House of the Dragon showing up at the end as drunk Supergirl? Pretty hot, right? Not Hawk Girl, but Hot Girl this time.
Hot girl.
Where does she fall in the Supergirl rankings for you guys between this one?
The Flash
and
was
then
the best
short
one
hair?
CW
by far. Oh, the Flash one? You guys remember? Oh my god. My dark-skinned princess.
Melissa Benoist? Or wait.
Melissa
Dark-skinned.
Benoist is number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Oh, you mean the
CW.
Mexican?
Helen
Mexican
Helen
Supergirl?
somebody was the one from the 80s? It's Helen something.
Helen Slater
Pretty
was
sure.
the
Slater,
original
yeah.
1980 Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
And
this
then you
one,
have
right?
the Flash
Monkey?
one.
And then
Yeah, that's my
I
Supergirl.
believe.
Okay.
This one did.
Yeah, I do like the Egyptian look that girl has. I mean, Nordic is fine, but
Sasha Kaye.
that chick kind of looks like that Martin Evan guy that trolled BlizzCon or whatever, the guy that talks about the name 10 books or whatever. Maybe it's the hairstyle.
Ya vamos a terminar.
What the fucking language is he speaking?
This is Spanish, sorry.
That was Kryptonian.
Yeah, right. He's gonna tell you to start a harem there. Monkey.
Yeah, so you're like Supergirl, not Supergirl. Monkey.
That's right.
Supergirl.
She's Jonaporian.
Well, Hans, that's why I like you so much. I need a little bit of ethnic background mixed in with my whiteness.
Yeah.
That's why we should have had Dean Cain come back as Superman.
Yeah, what is he, Mexican? Yeah. Was he in God's Not Dead?
I don't think so. I think only Kevin Sorbo.
No. He did play like the dean of the school.
Well, by the way, public domain Superman, 9 years from now, you will get Dean Cain back in the cape, and you will have Kevin Sorbo as Jor-El.
They're going to do their Logan?
Yeah, I guess it could be their Logan. Maybe I'll direct that.
Well, he's only going to be 68 years old in 10 years. That would be a good
Dean
Superman.
Cain? How old will Kevin Sorbo be?
Dead. He would be 76.
Okay, that's almost right in terms of age gap, right? What'd you say? 76 and 68? Oh.
I think Kevin Sorbo should go bald and be Lex Luthor for Dean Cain.
That's a really old Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted older Lex Luthor, right?
We'll bring Kevin Spacey back at that point.
Oh, well, if you're doing a Dean Cain Superman, I guess you need to find someone that's older than him, right?
No, exactly. You need older than Dean Cain, but not like ancient. So.
Yeah, no, I think this will be a really good look for our next Superman. I think.
Wow. Is that my King Cobra video?
I've been watching him non-stop recently. His daily streams where he'll drink some weird soda I've never heard of and then cook up nachos or whatever it is he eats, and then he'll like put his foot up and his long toenail is fucking disgusting, and it's
That's
like
right.
3D. It's like you're watching it in 3D.
Dean Cain?
I've been hounding King Cobra to come on the podcast. He will not do it. He won't even do it for money.
You know what was funny about, actually kind of relative, so the new Bite-Sized Cobra compilation came out last night, part 11, and it was interesting, something I never knew. There's a screenshot that I guess he must have shared on Facebook or something about how he had donated to the charity for $100 for his female friend or whatever, and it was a screenshot from his email inbox, and he had a Google Space that notification there for Tech Wars. And I was like, damn, Cobra was supposed to be on Tech
the
Wars.
Shatner thing?
No, it was a podcast in 2020. It was from 2019 was when I think the screenshot was from, but I think I did my episode in 2019, but it was hosted by Kantbot and Warren, who were two forward thinkers in like the in a certain sort of right-wing, I guess, leaning space, like from the 2015 through maybe like 2020, 2021. And I did an episode, I think I might have did 2 episodes of their podcast, actually. They had a really fantastic podcast, but it all kind of went tits up eventually. They did a video with Sam Hyde, too, where it was Warren, and it's one where Sam Hyde like throws the glass bottle at the wall, like when they're walking or whatever. It was a good time. TBH, but yeah, Cobra, I guess they tried to get in contact with him for an episode and it never worked out. I never knew that, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, Erich has to get going. Erich, you have any final plugs or anything you want to say about Superman before we shit on it when you leave?
It is not #super shit. I liked seeing a floating room full of monkeys typing on computers. That's definitely where all the hatred for this movie is coming from.
Well, that reminded me actually of King Cobra, because King Cobra in every song and every video, so these are his art, he's an artist. All of his art, he has to insist how much the trolls don't bother him.
Yes,
and in my opinion, if you're plugging into your art how much the trolls don't bother you, I suspect maybe they do. And I don't know if I would have put an army of monkeys depicting my online enemies into my movie.
He has to know that they're a part of it, right? Like, they're keeping him going. Like, he has to keep mentioning them. If he really cared, he would stop mentioning them. He would, like, just stop.
So he's baiting them to generate discussion online for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, sure. The white-haired wise man knows how to troll me with the monkey joke. You got me good.
Yeah. All right. Adios, fellas.
Peace, Erich.
I would also say it's a positive for me about the film. The Cobra-like mannerisms of Superman. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the franchise to know like how butchered this one is. But one thing I can say that was obviously horrific for me was some of the special effects. I thought this was going to be another situation where we had the proto version, like with Minecraft, where they're like walking around in cardboard boxes and stuff. I thought maybe that's what this was at first, but I guess the CGI just actually looks like that. It left a bit. I don't want to nitpick. I couldn't do better. Okay, I'll be fair and honest there, but it seemed to me like sometimes it was just Borderlands would be a good example of something like the CGI and the green screening and stuff that's just so blatant. And I don't think the camera work does them any favors here.
Although, to be fair, we did watch the cam rip at home, and there's like a green tint to the whole movie. So maybe we didn't see the fullest version of the CGI, but it did not look good from what we could tell.
Yeah.
Well, Hans, you probably saw this in a normal movie theater like I did. I can say that the special effects are about equal to that of The Flash in terms of believability. But where The Flash goes wrong, it is more polarizing, is recreating dead people and people who weren't on set. And so it's like very evident that it's a special effect and it's not the real person there, even though they flew out Nicolas Cage to perform his motion capture and act, and they've used the Google stock image anyway. And so that makes it like an easier target. But in terms of like the level of technical skill that was used to make these effects for the movie, it's the exact same.
So we didn't miss much.
I'm not a huge fan of the look of it or the effects, really. I mean, that's never. Maybe not never, but that's not really a James Gunn thing. You don't really expect something that's visually that great, but this just felt like old. It felt like it wasn't 2025 CGI, and I mean, I hope it's not 2025 CGI, because there's especially that flying camera where he looks like a bobblehead, like a Funko Pop. That was really distracting. But yeah, he's not my favorite visual director, I guess. So I'm not really.
The Guardians movies looked good. They were so colorful and spacey, and there's like that flesh planet that looked cool.
But you can do that with space, though, right? Like that's easier to do with space because you just create it. Here, I don't know. It didn't even have the warmth that the 78 Superman movie has, the way that things are shot, I feel like it's very like clean, like very sanitized, I guess. So it's just kind of, it's there,
it's like
it doesn't really do
commercial.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything interesting. You're just kind of like, well, I guess that's what the movie looks like. It's not really, especially the fight scenes were kind of just like, okay, they're just throwing each other around. Like, this is not, the most interesting fight for it to go on for as long as it did. So, yeah, again, I'm not a huge Superman fan, as you can tell. But yeah, it's just not. Yeah, not really. I was thinking of rewatching it with that screening that you sent me, Mumkey, on Twitter. But then I was like, I don't know. I feel like I got the real experience in the theater. I don't know if I doubt my opinion would change positively if I just watch it on my computer screen.
I think I might be tapped out on opinions for this movie, especially after hearing your guys' full other podcast on it. I don't know how you're going to do a third one.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that right now is, oh man, I'm really going to have to get into Superman Returns when we record tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Any chance you'll do Superman 3 and 4 with Erich? Because he seemed willing.
I'm game for it. Those are the only missing spots on the board in terms of covering these films. I'm fairly certain. So I'm up for it if Hans is up for it.
I'm not gonna say yes here.
He'll read the wiki.
That's a no. That's Hans is hoping that this will be forgotten before then.
Hans is just going to show up to the podcast and hope you don't notice, like usual.
Hey, Richard Pryor, wasn't he funny in that movie? Funny black guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen those two. I just know that he's in the third one.
You praised the Jimmy Olsen character in this film. You said, "Oh, it's the highlight." It does not work for me. You're telling me So he's childhood friends with a girl who's now dating the Elon Musk of this world, and she's just leaking information because she does not want to be with a billionaire. She wants to be with just her childhood crush guy. It was too much obsessing over Jimmy's cock in this movie and all the girls blushing. I didn't buy it for 1 second, but maybe is he a hot guy or something? He's just the guy from Righteous Gemstones in my mind.
That's not Paul Dano playing that character, is it?
No.
That would be a really creepy Jimmy Olsen if Paul Dano was him, especially if women were obsessing over him. I felt like there was an energy there, Dano-esque in my opinion. You know, I was getting some Dano-esque vibes. I hadn't looked him up, but that's just how I felt watching the picture.
Well,
he would have been a good young Lex Luthor.
You needed the Paul Dano from The Hot Chick though, when he was awkward and tall. I don't know if you guys see the Hot Chick. I saw the Hot Chick like 3 times in the theater when it came out. That was one of my favorite movies back then. No much. Wait, no, The Girl Next Door, not The Hot Chick. The Girl Next Door.
Yeah, wasn't that the Rob Schneider movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Hot Chick is the Rob Schneider movie. No, The Girl Next Door is the one I meant, where he plays like this tall dork that has a big penis, and is revealed at the end.
The Hard Times of R.J. Berger, classic show. I bet Lorez was watching that one back in the day on MTV, huh, Lorez? Hard Times of R.J. Berger.
That's classic. What was it, 2007, 2008?
I was there.
We were all there.
Who wasn't there for the Hard Times of R.J. Berger? The story of a high school nerd with a big cock.
SquarePants on MTV2 in the middle of the night.
And they'd have bumpers where it's like all psychedelic, right?
Yeah.
Of SpongeBob and Patrick.
That's the real block, Adult Swim, Eat Your Heart Out. That was where the real Kino was at back in the day.
Hans is going to interject and be like, yeah, I remember when Dennis Leary and Andrew Dice Clay were on MTV and were the radio VJs.
You remember that, Hans?
Right to do so.
I didn't have cable back then. My VJs were what's his name? TRL guy. What's his name?
Carson Daly. Woo!
Yeah, that's who it was. That was my guy.
I remember when Carson Daly took over the Late Show in 1998. I remember I was there. Yeah, that was good. That was good times.
That's why it's called the Daily Show.
Yeah, when you go to that building, right, where the top of the top floor is just glass, and you're just there with a bunch of teeny boppers.
Yeah,
and
Top of the Rock.
Good show, TRL.
What is it?
Throwback. No.
What's your favorite TRL episode?
Were there different? I don't know. Wasn't it just interviews and music performances?
Countdowns. They had the Tom Green song for the countdown and made number one.
Right.
Historic, unprecedented. That was great.
It's funny how popular that was and how there's literally nothing like that exists anymore.
It's all online now.
Related. Yeah. What do you go to? What's his name? Melon.
Yeah, that's right. Anthony Fantano
he
goes live on Twitch or whatever and reviews all the new music.
I still get my opinions from Ray William Johnson.
Hell yeah.
He's still going
what is
strong.
He doing now? Equals 4? Is it equals 3.1? What is he doing now?
No, actually, I get filled in by Philly D every day. It's my news source. He's very pro-Israel.
Yeah, he's kind of rough to look at, though.
I don't watch it.
He's always been rough to look at. I can't imagine what he looks like now. The last time I checked in on Philly D, it was like 2.5 years ago, and he started doing Ozempic or whatever he was doing to lose weight, and it made his head look enormous and his ears really stand out. It was very chimpanzee-esque. Haunting imagery. Hans, can we pull up the most recent Philly D photo?
Well, his symbol his icon used to be like a monkey or a chimp. Maybe he was bullied for that as a child, and now it's coming back with the weight loss.
What is his ethnicity? Because he has crunchy Asian hair, but his last name's DeFranco.
It might be a Hapa.
I feel like that would be publicly known by now. We'd all consider him Asian if that was the case.
When's he making a YouTube or movie that we can review?
Hopefully never. Jesus Christ. I want to look at this man as little as possible. This one photo is going to be pushing it for me, but I need to see him, Hans.
Well, I'm trying to find, 2025.
Just go to his channel.
All you get.
Let's watch today's new video.
Okay, fine.
And if you need your real music news, this is who I follow. Get Like Prince. Yeah, he knows what time it is.
Is that a Bitmoji profile picture?
is like the crying and laughing emoji with his face like put over it instead.
Is that a black man or an Asian man?
Be like, today we're gonna be talking about how he fell off. Yeah, back in the day, he was coming out with that hot shit, man. He was dropping them hot mixtapes, but he was really slowing down on a little too much, man. And people wanting that new music, man. He wasn't dropping that new music, and he's just really passionate about what he's talking about.
Oh, he's looking Asian-y to me.
Jesus fucking Christ, what is going on with that head?
Well, that's like a cancer patient's face. Like he's lost too much buccal fat or whatever.
Oh man, he's got the veneers too. Oh my God,
Kind of looks like iDubbbz in a way. Like they did something weird to their head and face.
It's like it's all culminating right above the temple. It's very Wayne the Brain McClane.
And looking a little facelifty, I gotta say. Like everything's pulled back a little too much somehow.
Yeah. Very shiny. Let's see him in motion.
This is horrifying. Jesus Christ.
Hans, you forgot to give it a thumbs up.
Oh, my bad. No, I don't want my fucking algorithm.
Give it a thumbs down so you don't see him again.
I start getting everyone you just mentioned my recommended. I just get the new Ray William Johnson and the new Linkara video, whatever the fuck.
Can you click on his channel and show us like his last month of videos? I want to see if Epstein is in a headline.
He's not doing them in his routine studio anymore.
He talked about Diddy. Epstein right there. Okay, good.
There it is.
He's not a sellout at least. You guys see that Trump got ratioed talking like don't talk about Epstein anymore on Truth Social?
Wait, he's talking to Pete Buttigieg? Why?
Because he's the future president. Catch up, dork.
I'm sorry, I forgot that online news people are probably getting more views than what those channels get anyway, right? So
how are his views? I can't see.
Like 500,000.
This ape would interview that guy. Yeah, 500,000, 600K, 700K.
This has to be botted. I don't buy it. I don't buy that for a second. I think part of his marketing budget is he's botting his own view counter because that's what he basically got back in the day.
It is what it is, T. All right, I better go buy that right now.
Cute AI
That's fucking
squirrels.
AI art, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Yikes.
This is a cool masculine one.
I think we should all buy a Philly D shirt and then show up in Boston wearing our unique Philly D shirts.
Yeah.
Well,
that'd be a
which
Mine
cool
one's
is
your
every
favorite?
single one of his shirts is like, I hate myself and want to die. Like, it's literally every single, why is that?
Well, that's
what
liberal,
Andy wants to kill
liberal
himself.
cis white guy humor is just self-hatred.
Oh my
He's just
God.
Like the young girl trying to navigate the world, you know? Despair is
It's
not an
tough.
option.
This is tough.
You might not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you. Isn't that fucking, that's deep, bro.
This is the best
Take me
30th birthday I
first.
could have had is looking at Philly D's merch.
Philly
Well-
these AI generated t-shirts that
Well-
have like wine on sings.
We're waiting for you to pick one so we can get it for you.
I'm picking to end the show now. We got our Superman opinions out. Erich ditched us. It is what it is.
Wait, don't you want this I identify as being a beacon of light in the dark world?
I would,
t-shirt?
if somebody
goes
was
perfect
wearing
with
that, you
Superman.
have to like kick them in the shin or something.
Hans, I noticed you got best 2000 emo bands in your Google page
Yes.
over there. That sounds
Yeah,
like some
one of
good
my-
music to go along with these 2000 emo t-shirts.
One of my friends sent me a text of this promoter here that's apparently bringing a 2000s emo band here. And he's like, "Oh, isn't there a cover that kind of looks like this?" So I was multitasking here, but yeah, we're getting an emo concert here in a couple of months. Isn't that
Who
fun?
is it? Who's performing?
I know they haven't announced it
Hawthorne
yet.
Heights.
That'll be
Do
horrible.
I just have to mention that this "It Is What It Is" T-shirt is picturing what appears to be a lizard wearing a wizard hat and staff. If you can scroll up, Hans.
Is it really?
Where
Yeah,
are
scroll to
we?
the top. Scroll
Oh,
down.
is it top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. It
oh,
is
yeah,
what it
so-
is.
It's a King Cobra for
wizard.
real? It is
And
pretty,
it's pretty
terrible.
terrible.
Well, he wouldn't get that
Why is
negative at
he-
the end.
Why is he so He's not negative in his videos, right? I thought he was like the
Well,
beautiful
the
bastards
depression
guy.
seeps through. You look at him and you see a man who is depressed. Clearly, if he had to put $50,000 worth of veneers in his face and then pay for whatever surgeries he did,
A silly goose in this economy? Come on, guys. These are just fun.
this store would make so much money in 2014.
At Hot Topic.
Oh yeah.
These are all like if Tumblr was still popular, all of the images here would have like 1 million reblogs on that website.
You wouldn't pay $38 for one of these T-shirts?
Holy shit, $38.
Fuck, I just realized the price. Yeah, never mind, Monkey. We're not getting you one. That's too expensive.
Hans, can you do
That's
add to
Hans's
cart so we can
raise
see
for the
what
year.
Shipping and handling would make this in total.
I do like that the 5XL is sold out.
What should I enter?
You got to put in your address here, Hans.
Give me a postcode or something.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
90210.
Oh my god, he's got a fucking tip option on the website?
Jeez.
Oh my lord, you gotta tip him for buying his merch? Holy shit.
Is he packing the shirt himself?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
$20 donation. Wow, on the front page.
Wait, how do I get the...
It does not matter. Let's get out of here, folks. I gotta pee. I got Big Brother to go watch.
Don't dox yourself, Hans.
Listen, we're gonna be back in like a week or two. All four of us reviewing Fantastic Four because we are the Fantastic Four here. Plus, we're gonna meet up in Boston, make some special stuff for you, maybe, but mostly hang out and eat Mexican food, evidently.
Hell yes.
Can't wait to shave my head
Absolutely.
bald to be Hans's mini-me. It'll be an
Hell
honor.
yeah. I'm down for that one.
I think you might have a
down for
full
that.
foot on me, Hans. Like I might legit be a midget next to you.
My final rating for Superman 2025 is I'm giving it a 3 out of 5.
That's
don't
what I
have all
did.
the context and the priors to say, oh, it's butchered. The effects were a little lacking for me. Maybe the story was a little thin, but a proud anti-Zionist stance. Hawkgirl drops Benjamin Netanyahu at 1,000 miles an hour through a brick wall, and he dies instantly. I mean, you just can't get that anywhere else right now, folks. Maybe the sentiment will change, and maybe it's going to lose a little bit of luster in the future, but for where it stands right now, I think it's perfectly acceptable. I probably wouldn't pay for it, but you know what? It is what it is. Perfectly average.
Just like the frog on that shirt said, it is what it is.
And it's pretty terrible. Nothing you said on this episode would indicate a 3-star rating.
Oh, you don't think
for this
so?
Movie. No, I think you came in I was genuinely surprised, and I was waiting for Hans's review because I was like, am I going to be the lone hater of this movie, the lone 1 star for this movie?
I think the movie was plenty entertaining. It's just, I think on a meta level, I could see why he's making these choices, and I don't agree with them. I don't like Superman spending half the movie in an ICE detention center that's in a pocket dimension. You know, like maybe a little more nuance on his political takes would have helped the film. Maybe having 3-dimensional characters, but still, I was entertained. I don't think I was bored at any point, and that's huge for me. I give star ratings based on how entertained I was throughout the film, and it's really an indicator of, is this worth ever watching again in the future? For future me looking at my old shit, a 3 stars says, hey, it's not going to be painful to sit through this again, and basically anything less than 3, I probably would not watch again, I think is how I typically go by it. So I think this is rewatchable. I would not ban this from my viewing for the rest of my life.
I would.
I think I'm going to show Aggie Man of Steel this month, and we'll get his take on which Superman he prefers.
Yeah, this is like Superman if he had a Death Note. Am I right, guys?
Honestly, it's about the same quality as the Death Note movie for Netflix, but I kind of like that.
Oh, fuck off. We need to punish Low-Res now. Make him watch fucking Smurfs.
Do you guys watch Yu Yu Hakusho at all?
I tried it, and I dropped it during the Dark Tournament because it was boring.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, I know.
I just found out that they made a live-action movie, and that's going to be next up in my viewing queue.
Good luck.
Yep. Have fun.
What's the name of his redhead rival? Kuwabara? Yeah. Is he going to be in the movie?
Yeah, no, they got it like visually accurate with the anime, which looks horrible because it's very spooky world. It's very characters at an amusement park.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Just type in, we'll settle it off, Mike.
Surprisingly, it's not much better than Hunter x Hunter. But enough about the anime and manga world. I'm going to go watch Big Brother. Peace, people.
I'm going to go pick up these chicken wings and go pull up to also watch Big Brother.
Hans, you ready for Big Brother?
No.
Hans has to shit. Don't you hear those sounds? That has been Movies for this week. Thank you for listening.
Recording stopped.
There we go.